You're walking down your driveway looking at the concrete, and there it is, right? That one stubborn, bright yellow flower just pushing its way through a tiny crack. And, you immediately think, I need to get rid of that.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone does.
Right. Well, welcome to this deep dive, where our mission today is to completely flip your perspective. What if that frustrating weed is actually a highly versatile food, a complex medicine, and even a future industrial resource?
Yeah, it's the perfect example of how we misjudge the natural world just because a plant grows where we didn't, explicitly plant it. Today, we're taking a look at a stack of scientific sources on the dandelion, or taraxacum, to uncover what's really going on beneath those yellow petals.
I mean, I always just saw a nuisance.
Hmm.
But looking at the chemical breakdown on our sources, it reads more like a survival ration.
It really does.
It's loaded with vitamins A, C, E, K, and B, plus potassium, calcium, and magnesium. But I have to ask, if it's so nutritious, why does a raw dandelion leaf taste so incredibly bitter? It feels like the plant is telling you not to eat it.
Well, that is a chemical defense mechanism, actually. The plant produces that bitterness to stop insects and herbivores from grazing on it.
Oh, so it's a deterrent.
Exactly. But ironically, the compounds creating that harsh taste, things like shikoric acid, terexastrol, and various flavonoids, they are highly beneficial for us. They act as really potent antioxidants.
So mechanically speaking, what are those antioxidants actually doing in the human body?
Well, they neutralize free radicals. Think of free radicals like cellular exhaust, just unstable molecules that bounce around, damaging your healthy cells.
Okay, I can picture that.
So the antioxidants in the dandelion basically intercept and disarm that exhaust before it causes wear and tear.
That makes a lot of sense. And their sources also highlighted something hidden in the root called inulin. From what I gather, it's a prebiotic fiber, but how is that different from, say, the regular dietary fiber in my cereal?
Yeah, so regular dietary fiber mostly just sweeps through your digestive tract. But inulin, on the other hand, actively ferments.
Ferments, wait, inside you.
Yeah, it acts like a high-grade fertilizer that is specifically tailored for the beneficial bacteria in your gut microbiome. It basically allows your good flora to outcompete the bad.
Wow. Well, if it's acting as a targeted fertilizer inside the gut, I can see why folk medicine across Europe and Asia has utilized this plant for centuries.
Hmm.
But I was highly skeptical reading some of the historical claims in our stack today, specifically the idea that dandelion acts as a liver detoxifier.
Yeah.
How could a weed scrub an organ?
Right, well, it can't. That is a biological misunderstanding. Your liver is already a highly advanced self-cleaning organ.
It's not a filter you can just rinse out.
Exactly. It isn't a dusty air filter.
Yeah.
What the clinical science actually shows is that those same bitter compounds we mentioned earlier, they stimulate bile production, which just supports your body's natural digestive process.
Okay, and the sources also mentioned it works as a diuretic. But doesn't flushing water out of your system usually deplete your body's electrolytes?
Normally, yes. Many pharmaceutical diuretics strip your body of potassium, and that can cause cramping or heart issues.
Right, which sounds dangerous.
It can be. But because the dandelion is naturally packed with potassium, it replaces what you're losing in real time.
Now, that is a fascinating biological workaround. But, while we're on the medical claims, I saw some extremely concerning assertions floating around in the alternative medicine sources about dandelion root curing cancer. I imagine taking a leap from cellular exhaust interceptor to cancer cure is a massive stretch.
Oh, it is a very dangerous leap. We have to be very clear here. There are absolutely no human clinical trials supporting the claim that dandelion cures cancer.
Yeah, that seemed really sketchy.
It is. Seeing an antioxidant neutralize a free radical in a petri dish just does not equate to curing a complex disease in a human body. It is vital to rely on scientific reality and not treat this plant as a miracle cure.
Right, so we respect the biological limits.
Mm.
But if we move away from the medical side, the physical properties of this plant get even weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Culturally, people have eaten the leaves like spinach, fermented the flowers into wine, and even roasted the roots into a caffeine-free coffee substitute.
And its physical utility goes far beyond human consumption, actually. You've probably noticed that when you snap a dandelion stem in half, a sticky white sap leaks out.
Yeah, it gets all over your hands when you try to pull them out of the grass.
Exactly. Well, that sap is latex, and there is a specific microspecies called the Russian dandelion, or Taraxacum coccyges, where the roots contain exceptionally high concentrations of it.
Latex, like for rubber.
Yes, the natural rubber industry is heavily researching this specific weed right now as a sustainable alternative for manufacturing everything from rubber bands to car tires.
Wait, you're saying I could be driving on tires made from the same family of plant that's cracking through the pavement beneath them?
It's entirely possible in the near future, yeah.
That is just surreal. But, before you run out to the driveway with a salad bowl or a tire mold, I noticed some pretty strict biological caveats in the research. It seems like stimulating bile production isn't great for everyone.
Definitely not. If you have severe gallbladder issues or bile duct blockages, forcing your body to produce more bile with dandelion could trigger a really severe reaction.
Good to know.
You also need to exercise caution if you are allergic to the daisy or chamomile family, just due to cross-reactivity.
And it interacts with certain medications too, right?
Yes, it does. Pregnant women, nursing mothers, and anyone on blood thinners, lithium, or diabetes medications should absolutely avoid it.
Why is that?
Because the active compounds can alter how your liver processes those specific drugs, basically making them less effective or causing them to build up in your system.
Wow. Well, we've taken the dandelion from a frustrating garden weed to a prebiotic coffee substitute, a naturally balanced diuretic, and a literal source of industrial rubber. It completely redefines the concept of a weed.
It really forces us to question our assumptions about the ecosystems right outside our doors.
So the next time you look down at your driveway and see that stubborn yellow flower pushing through the concrete, consider this. If a simple, annoying weed can offer everything from gut health to natural rubber, what other nuisance plants in your environment might be hiding world-changing potential, just waiting to be discovered?